Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Fearless here. Wanted to real quickly bring you guys my search and destroy classes. I've had a lot of people ask me what I use or don't use, so wanted to just real quickly go ahead and show you what I do. First, as you can see, I have the extra classes. If you can afford the thing, I think it's like $1.99 for the extra classes. If you can afford it, I would highly recommend to do so. If not, it's not the end of the world. You don't need more than 6 classes per each map. Me in particular, I really only use like probably 3 or 4 of these classes, even in general. A lot of the times it just depends on who we're playing, what we're doing, things like that. Um, so going off the bat, I have the top 2 are the 2 that I pretty much use the most. If I'm playing really aggressive, I just run around and rush a lot with an MTAR. I use muzzle brake and grip on all of my MTAR classes. I don't use anything else for those. I would just run your standard ready up, agility, marathon, dead silence, focus, and then I choose blast shield for search. But in respawn games, I would use steady aim over blast shield. The only reason why I don't use it for this one is every now and then if I find myself needing to plant the bomb or something, I'll do that just to try and dodge a nade. I don't run incog on it. The only reason why I don't is because of the fact that I'm not usually the bomb planter on the team. If for some reason I accidentally grab the bomb, then I would switch to the class that says incog on it, and I would do that. Even then, I start most of the games with the rush class off, and I try to rush to a certain point before the 15-second mark, and then I'll change my class. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, when the game starts, it's going to have a countdown at 1 minute and 30 seconds. You have until 1 minute and 15 seconds to change your class and still be able to, have the class that you choose when you switch. So I use the first 13 seconds, I would say, to rush to a certain point, and then I would switch to my Remington class usually, unless I want to keep rushing or don't have time, or if you get shot or stunned, then you're not going to be able to change your class. So continuing with the classes, like I said, I use pretty much these 2 the most. The one I use probably more than anything would be the Remington class. I'm not usually a fan of saying, hey, let's use double nades and double stuns, but for as long as they're allowed, I'm pretty much going to use them, and I've been using them. Back in day 1, I had, I think it was Danger Close was the perk, and I mean, I would run that because it was allowed, and I was very happy when they removed it, and since then, I've still used the 2 nades, but, I mean, that's just me. So, I don't have quick draw or ready up on it. The reason why is because usually when I'm playing with this class, I'm not running around so much, so I don't send myself needing to like real quickly jump into a gunfight. And then even then, I try to fire from the hip before I pull up the trigger if I can, and that tends to make up the difference a little bit for me. And then I also have, anyways, when it comes to the specialist pack, I have ready up as the first perk, so usually I'll have that anyways. This I don't use this class, and I sometimes will run Overkill, and I'll use the L115 with it. I go back and forth between the snipers. When I do use Overkill, though, the only difference that stands out the most is I'm going to use FMJ over grip, because I don't find myself really trying to look for those gunfights with the Remington so much. So if I do find something that I want to spray through a wall real quick that I can't snipe, then I'll switch to the Remington for that. Like I said, in case I do grab the bomb by accident, I have my incog and trophy system class. We have people on our team, they would throw smokes for me, or whoever I'm playing with. They'll throw the smokes down, I'll throw the trophy down, and I'll plant the bomb. I have 2 strong arm classes. These I really only use strong arm for Warhawk. For those of you that are familiar with the game, you probably would know why. If you don't, there's stuns off the start that you can throw to hit the crosses, and that'll allow like your team to be able to get a little bit more of an advantage to getting towards the bomb sites quicker. Usually to go around that, you could actually throw trophies down off the start, or just run tactical. And if you have tac mask, which I honestly off the top of my head I don't even know what they're calling it in this game. Tac resist, same thing. Tac mask, tac resist. So you could run that too, and that'll help also counter that. But I would say I usually use the Remington strong arm. Respawn games, I find myself using a sub, and then when it comes to search, I feel more comfortable using a Remington. Every now and then I'll snipe. Usually it's only if we're having fun. I don't really snipe for serious as much. If I were to, and maybe it would be Octane, and even then, I don't find myself being the one that's relying on sniping. I made this class not too long ago because pretty much everyone tends to use it, so it's nice every now and then to have it. I've only really been using it for Freight and Warhawk a little bit. I don't like using an LMG in general, really. So when I do use it, it's very limited, but it is a pretty good class to say the least. And then the only other class on here is just if this class has a lot of extra ammo. I made this for Freight for off the start, and you can spray a lot of the places into red and even into fire, etc. It's pretty much to just sit there and hope you get lucky and spray somebody through a wall is really what it comes down to. But I don't rely on that, so like I said, I never really use it. I pretty much find myself only using these top two classes. Like I said, I have the extra classes before. I made all the extra stuff just to have them, and it's easier for me, so I don't have to keep making different things whenever we get a different map. I just have it there. It's there for me if I want to use it. If I don't want to use it, I don't have to. You'll notice as well, I don't use a Vector or a Bison or any other sub when it comes to search. I personally am just not that comfortable enough with the Vector to use them. And then at the same time, the Bison was removed. Even before it was removed, I didn't use it for search, and now it's unremoved again, but I don't see myself wanting to use it still for search either way. So, but I mean, like I said, these are my classes. You guys are more than welcome to use stuff similar or use things differently. Something else that you guys might have noticed, I don't use a third specialist at all. The reason being is if you only use 2, your bonus is quicker. So your bonus would be at 8 kills, and then if you were to add like something else to it, like anything at all, you'll notice that your bonus is going to jump to 11, or your bonus can jump to 10, etc. Your bonus is going to change around a lot. So that's a huge reason why I don't use a third one. Generally, I'm switching classes enough to the point of where I'm not going to get specialists either way. But if I were to stick to one of the classes the entire time, I want to have a quicker chance at trying to get specialist bonus. So I would recommend that when you're doing that, don't make a third one. And, like if you're not sure how to go about that, I'll just make one real fast over here. You would just wipe out all your stuff. Just pick the 2 that you want. Pick something that you don't want. And then pick, the next things that you do want. And then go back to the one that you didn't want and just click it again. And then there you go. Now you have, you don't have a third one on the end. Your bonus is going to be quicker, and you can still get everything that you wanted. So that's how you guys do that if you didn't already know. So aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to try and do my best to bring you guys more content again. I've been really limited on my computer. I recently got an Elgato. I'm using this right now to actually record. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like, leave comments, whatever you guys want to see in the future, and take care. Peace.